Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and today we got a bit of a spicy one. I came up upon this original list for standard off an MTG Melee tournament, and I kind of like the general idea. I tweaked some stuff around to my own personal preference, but this is an Esper kind of mid-range tempo style deck. So you're playing a bunch of disruptive cards like Silver Quill Silencer that can kind of tax your opponent, gives you card advantage, Elite Spellbinder, which has proven to be a very, very effective card at taxing your opponent, Skyclave as a way to exile opponent's permanents, Brazen Borrower to kind of tempo your opponent, and then this version here, like, it's just got a bunch of cool cards that I want to see how they all play together. You have Ashiok in here, you have some copies of Dream Trawler, Elspeth Conquers Death, which is a card I haven't played in probably months now at this point, but give it a shot. Some Shark Typhoons, some Amirias. It's just got like a whole whack. We have Vanishing Verse as removal, which hits most of the adventure creatures, mono red, mono white, which is nice. And then we have Negates and Disputes as some disruption in the main board. One thing I want to see with this list is they've opted to go with a larger amount of temples as opposed to the pathways. I want to see how this plays out. We don't have any real one-drops in this deck, so playing a tap land on turn 1 isn't as impactful, and having the ability to have multiple colors in your land is something that we'd be interested in seeing. The sideboard, we have some Graveyard Hate, we have some counter spells, Disdainful Strokes and Test of Talents, Duress versus the kind of more control-y spell-oriented decks, Extinction Events and Heartless Axe as more removal, and then Cling to Dust as our escape card for the Rogues matchup. So I'm going to fire it up. We'll play a couple games in the Mythic ladder. What I want to see with some of the content going forward, I might just do shorter videos, highlight maybe like one really good match as opposed to as wins and losses, and doing like a 3 or 4, so maybe like a 20 to 30 minute video as opposed to like a 1 hour video. So let me know what you think of that type of format, if you like it, if you still like to see a variety of matches, and going from there, and we can take it from there. So let's jump into it. Esper Tempo Mythic Ladder. As always, if you do enjoy the content, if you're new to my channel, you just discovered it, if you can, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. They're both free and easy ways to support the channel. So we've been about 95%, I haven't been pushing that much. Play first against Luris, so likely Rogues. I think this hand against Rogues is reasonable. Can try to tempo them with like Brazen Borrower. They're 87%, so they might be on a brew. Shark Typhoon is basically uncounterable. Nope. We got Rogues. So I can kind of tax their mana here. It does mill me another 2. I think we're just passing the turn here. I think this turn we just do this, and I'm gonna cycle Shark Typhoon and then block the Thieves Guild here. That's fine. Okay, that's not cool. I think we need to just do this. They had a pretty heavy creature, because that turns on the 3/2, so my block doesn't really play an effect there. Milling us like crazy this game. No black mana is a little awkward. Would have liked an untap line to make this a 2/2. We can bait out a removal spell here. We can get him to tap off the blue, and then I could just get Conquer's Death down. Get back like Ashiok or something. They might save this anyways, which is fine. They've just been creatures for days. So it's actually interesting how we want to get one Blood Chiefs there. How many basics do I have left? I have 2 swamps left. So I think we're doing this. Just because we might mill the land. Name Drown in the Lock. Think we're taking the trade here and flashing this in. Think we're willing to do this. So I can drop Dream Trawler this turn. Straight gas from the opponent. Think we're still on Dream Trawler. Could potentially help us race here. Like, we're gonna take the 3 from this, it's fine. We didn't have negate anyways. We can do Ashiok as well, just to create some blockers. The concern is the amount of cards we have in our library. Jeez, the opponent has just hit nothing but gas this game. Down to 16. Okay, Skyclave's actually pretty nice. Let me attack first. 14 cards. I have a swamp left. So I think this turn I'm actually just going to get rid of a crab. We can mill more from our lands, and then I'll flash this in, and then I could potentially have lethal. Probably take the block here. They haven't played any Thieves Guild or Soaring Thought Thieves. Cling to Dust will be nice post board. Just some more removal, Heartless Act. It's 10 cards left. Easy block there. 8 cards. problem is this on attack draws us a card. What do we have left in our deck? I have 2 Skyclaves, which is pretty nice. If I could Skyclave. Oh, that actually works. So, my thing is, if they have another Soaring Thought Thief, they could have Drown in the Lock. I think we take a chance here. Bounce that to hand. That should be Xaxes. Oh no, we're down 1 life.
Recoil to the recess of your mind.
I think we're dead. They hit the land. Yep. 1 point off there. That's a shitty way to lose. Heartless Axe, Cling to Dust, Soul Guides, gets rid of their... Actually, probably don't want Soul Guides. The Duresses are probably fine in this matchup. Vanishing Verse is decent. The Negates are fine. Soul Shatter can probably come out. Conquer's Death aren't that great. 3 cards to cut. Silver Quill we can probably trim on a couple copies. Don't love it in this matchup. Don't really want Test of Talent. Trim 2. Brazen can just attack through the skies. I like it with Spellbinder. Maybe trim 1, just because of the ETB effects aren't that great. Let's try it like this. That game we just needed to find 1 more point of damage. Our thing was the next card too. They had us that with Drown in the Lock, we just had the 1 dispute, so we weren't going to hit it, but they had a very aggressive start in terms of milling. I think we're okay with this hand. I mean, Trawler's something we work towards. We have Heartless Act and Spellbinder, so we can try to tax them. So I think here we're gonna name Drown in the Lock. Gonna do this now so they don't mill one of my islands or both of them. This could be Soaring or Thieves Guild. I'll kill the Thieves Guild. But I feel like if they had Thieves Guild, you play Thieves Guild first and then play this because they'd miss out on 2 mil. I was hoping for an untapped line so I could Spellbinder. This card's a little worse in Standard than Historic because you don't have Thoughtseize and Inquisition on one, so you can't easily see what's in their hand. We're kind of naming blanks, like in the dark here. Okay. Apparently Silver Quill Silencer is the most OP card. Ashiok might be too slow. Maybe play one like this. Could also play Test the Talents. It's not terrible. Maybe trim one. Just go like control-y. Because I don't mind these as a clock. Getting something down early to pressure. Because if we just let them have like their creatures out there attacking us, I want to be able to trade like the 3/2 body trades with everything. Plus the Spellbinder just gets blocked by their blue mana 1/1. I think we keep this. They're gonna mill us it anyways, so I can't really do much there. So it's a little awkward, just the way our hand's situated. Let's go Drowned in the Luck. Probably name Heartless Act. We guessed wrong. Blue mana? Okay, white mana's not bad. Gonna do this now. I would love a blue mana next turn. Could I have one blue source? Please and thank you. Blue source. Blue source. This is just an awkward game. Yeah, this would be a great time to have the dispute up, something like that. Lullmage Domination. All my blue mana. Yeah, we're just getting a bit farmed here, unfortunately. We're a bit late to the party. These not being Heartless Act, let's get that out of the way, has been a bit awkward. Actually, I should have declared blockers first. here. Skyclave's not bad. Gets rid of their lord at least. Get to block this. They try to go into the story here. I have the dispute. Do I have an island left? I don't have an island. It's a tad bit awkward. This lets me Luris, like counter their Luris. So they brought in Disdainful Stroke. They have Shades against me. Didn't say please. They have one more Lull Mage. I think we're taking the one here. Also would love to hit a Cling to Dust. All right. Don't think it makes much of a difference at this point. At least like this, I tax them for the whole turn. Gives me a chance to draw a removal spell. Of course, they draw the land, so it doesn't matter. And now I'm dead. Feels like a pretty rough matchup. We're not fast enough, and we're trying to interact like on an axis that isn't the best. Give this one more. If rogues, I think we might want like another Heartless Act. The sweepers were probably correct in this matchup. I think we keep this in the dark. We have a turn 2 negate if needed, or just bounce with Brazen Bar. Adventure deck. The mana base has actually been pretty bad. East Temple, I think I want the pathways in here. There's no need for these Fabled Passages. I think having pathways would be better. Because imagine if either of these was a pathway. This lets us do this on one. So I'm going to negate if they Bone Crusher me here. effectively 2-for-1s. Since they don't get to cast the spell, they don't get to draw the card. We're probably setting something up with Temple of Silence here. Need another white source. So on combat, I'm going to bounce the edge wall to potentially stall this Lovestruck Beast. It's annoying. One thing this does is it'll make this a 2/2, so although they get to draw a card off it, the Lovestruck Beast won't trigger. And we can see this is Magda Drool. I think our out is trying to hardcast this Shark Typhoon. Might be Embercleave. Okay, Ashiok's not bad.
The regrets of the dead.
At the very least, Ashiok could distract him potentially for a turn or two. They just not have anything? We'll block Eddie here. Wouldn't mind another white source. But I think we're just going to try to hard cast Shark Typhoon and win that route. Conquer's Death would be another nice one. We have to hit another white source. Shatter Skull Smashing, 6 and 6. Yeah, it looks like that. Oh, they messed that up.
Your failure.
Okay, that still fogs 4 damage. This is worth it. Potentially counter something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like they might try to do another big Shatter Skull and I can Mystical Dispute it. naturally draws it. That unlocks the Love Struck. Okay, so I think we're just going to the next game. The Henge is going to grind us out here. Heartless Axe, Extinction Events. Kling's reasonable just for some life gain. Trim and Negate. Trim these Disputes. Trim a couple Brazen. Think we're okay like that. Our hand never really aligned there. We were odd with our mana, and that didn't really allow us to do what we wanted to proactively. Some Mulligan. Let's try it. Let's put back an Ashiok. Can do a Myria. Can get a Dream Trawler, it's pretty nice. I think shutting down Magda is reasonable. They could have Stomp here. Probably get another blue source. Then we can cling the land. Okay, that could be Stomp. We're just passing the turn here. It's fine. What I can do here is bounce the 1/1 token. That way we shut off at least a turn of Lovestruck Beast potentially. Heartless Act is also nice here. White, white, blue, blue, black. So let's get another black source here. I have options. I can take them off Lovestruck and play out my Brazen Borrower. I think we're... just gonna play this out. Do this. Gives him a chance to get the Henge. Always had it. Yeah, that makes it a lot worse, mind you. If I could get Dream Trawler down, we're in a pretty good spot. Hoping hoping for a land here. If not, we have Heartless Act and Brazen Borrower. Vanishing Verse would be another nice card here. This could be Rimrock Knight. Which is fine, because in any case, they would have just pushed more damage through. Another Cling.
Terror lurks among us.
I think I want to try to hit a land drop here, so I'll cling my own land. It's decent for the following turn. Can get rid of the Henge or one of their creatures. Also, this is threatening ultimate next turn. It's just Magna's in the graveyard. Think we're getting rid of the Henge. Goldspan. Kill this in response. This can attack through Dream Trawler. It's a bit awkward. So we block on Bone Crusher. Extinction Event be pretty nice here. Of course they hit it. Of course they hit it. Blocking here. Silver Quill doesn't do enough. So I need to Conquer's Death. Obviously would have liked to hit the land there. Probably block on Rimrock. Yeah, this deck's probably not that good. You're just not getting enough. You're a bad control deck and you're not gonna outgrind. Like, the opponent's just drawn so many more cards than us this game. And maybe going back that turn, we should have just taken them off the Love Struck. We took a chance. Them having Love Struck into Henge both games on turn 4 is kind of nutty. Extinction Event, the problem is they're dealing so much damage this turn, we're not really going to be able to stabilize. So it's pretty much the deck. like I said, we try out the brews here. We can play obviously a tier 1 list and get wins, but what we want to do is see if we can find any new unique decks. So let me know what you think in the comments, if you have any suggestions, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.